Really, I don't have any injuries to announce to you. So, all in all, a good football game. I was impressed with all three phases and the job that we did there. All three phases contributed. They overcame some things offensively and defensively. It was great to see get 17 points off of turnovers, which I thought was which was big. Dan Sorensen, I thought, played a heck of a game, and as did Pringle with his return. And I thought defensively we were just sharp. They had a couple runs, but other than that, there wasn't much there on that. And I think this is a good football team. I think Vic has done a nice job. It's a tough football team. And sometimes the score isn't indicative of what the team really is. So I know we have them again, and I know, it'll be a knockdown drag out then too. So anyways, I was impressed all the way around with the bigs up front on both sides. With that, time's yours.
Let's go first to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach, just as the guy that oversees everything here, offense, defense, special teams, how exciting was it to score in all three phases tonight?
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, when all three phases can contribute like that, that's tough to beat. And that's how the points got to where they were. It gets a little bit skewed there, but that wasn't all offense, but it was everybody contributing. And that's a big thing. If you're a football team, if one phase isn't doing as well as normal, then another phase picks it up, or possibly two phases. That's what the team's all about.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Andy, a couple things. First of all, why was Pringle back on that kickoff return? What did you guys see that you made that switch? And Brad, I'll have a quick follow-up as well.
Yeah, so listen, I mean, he was a good player in college with the return game. He was good in preseason when we did it. He's healthy. And so we wanted to give him an opportunity back there to return. You see how he hits it. That becomes important on kickoff return. So but I thought he did a nice job with it. And I mean, he hit it. He hit it hard and fast and everything else. So.
Yeah. Okay. And the other thing is, obviously you got Le'Veon Bell involved a little bit, had a couple nice runs for you. What were your thoughts on how he played for you today?
Yeah, so it was great. It was twofold because we had both those guys playing, but it was great to get Le'Veon in and get him going. And I thought he was very productive. There are a couple things he'll learn from just with the offense, but I think the run game part of it was excellent. He had good positive yardage and ran hard. It was great for 25 too. Clyde coming off 6 days rest. I mean, that's a new thing for a rookie. How are you going to handle that? And I love the way he did. He came out and he ran hard and had, again, great production there.
Let's go next to Mick Schaefer. Go ahead, Mick.
Hey, Coach, along the lines of all three units scoring for you, are those plays on a day like this needed, or did the offense maybe play more conservatively once those scores gave you that kind of big lead?
Yeah, you want it. We try to score every time we have that ball, man, offensively. It wasn't going that way. Vic did a nice job on third downs. He blitzed us a little bit and got us. We fixed it the second half. We just didn't get the same blitz, and we weren't in that situation. Listen, as many points as you can get on the board in the NFL, that's a good thing. I mean, these teams are too stinking good, and I'll take them from anywhere. And if you're giving me some points, I'll take them. You need them in this thing. Teams are way too explosive.
Let's go next to Vahe. Go ahead, Vahe.
Hey, Andy. Obviously, we'll take the points anywhere you can get them, but does it have any particular meaning to you to see guys, two undrafted free agents, have those big touchdowns today on a team of, guys who have a little higher profiles than those two?
Yeah. Listen, two of my favorite guys, man. They play. They come show up every day. Non-scholarship. It was like San Francisco State, non-scholarship program. So they did a great job.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Andy, my question is somewhat of a follow-up to Vahe's, but considering that Patrick, arguably and reasonably so, gets much of the attention on the team, what does it say that he can look out and see that his teammates can perform at such a high level to where he doesn't have to be a superstar every game?
Yeah, Nate, I deal with him every day, and all he wants to do is win. I mean, it's crazy for being just what you're saying. I mean, you know how he is, how he's wired, but I mean, that's what's real every day. Now he wants to, rip your heart out when he's out there playing. I mean, he wants to do well and do all that, but when other people, when other people are scoring, he's jumping up and down likewise. So it doesn't. He just wants to win, and that's the beauty of him. Yeah.
Got time for a few more. We'll go right down the line. Sam, Pete, and then Sam. Go ahead, Sam McDowell.
Hey, Andy. A couple of weeks ago against the Raiders, your defense took some heat for the way they played in that game. Back-to-back games now, just 16 points each, 4 turnovers today. Could you sense something coming off of that Raiders game, whether it be in practice that next week or a meeting or something, that these guys were going to bounce back in the way that they have?
Yeah, I don't think none of us coached very well, and none of us played very well in that game. And so I thought it was, I could definitely sense it on the defensive side where they wanted to put the hammer down and do better. Been great focus there. Spags has done a nice job, as the other coaches have, and you got a lot of proud players there. So they really bared down and had a couple nice games here.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Weird to ask this question in such a dominating game, but it seemed like there was a little bit of lull for the offense in the middle of the game. How important was it to get things going, get that touchdown with Tyreek toward the end before you switched out for Chad Henne?
Yeah, so we had a couple of them right there, and that was good to get those. And then we were able to get down there and drive. We need to do better in the red zone is what we need to do. We drove down the length of the field and didn't do very well once we were there. So, but points in this game were important. I thought it was good to get a couple touchdowns in there, mixed in there. But listen, I'm just glad. Listen, way too competitive in this league. So I'm not resting on all that. We'll get better. We'll get better. We'll correct the mistakes and get better. And it starts with me, and so we roll and get things corrected up.
We'll go to Sam Mellinger with the last one. Go ahead, Sam.
Andy, I realize you guys won the Super Bowl last year, right? And I might be setting myself up here because I don't think this is necessarily the way you think. But it seems like this group has so many different ways to win a game. I'm just curious if you think this has the potential to be the most complete team that you've had here.
Yeah, I think time tells on those things. Every week such a challenge in this league. There's so much parity in the league, and I've heard people say, when they're watching the college game, they go, well, we got one good game here, one good game there. You turn on the NFL and every game's a good game. It's just how it rolls because of the parity within the league. So you have to be on every week. And that's a challenge. That's a challenge. The expectations are high amongst our players, amongst the coaches. And how do you sustain that? How do you keep that rolling? And so it's character, and it tests you there, and you got to bear down every week to do that.